Hello and welcome to traders and investors, and I'm glad to present you the daily market review prepared by analysts and experts from fx.co portal. Here we go. And we're starting with EURUSD as usual. Let's discuss the trading plan with Miroslav Bavulski.
According to the latest data, Eurozone GDP grew by 0.4% in the first quarter of this year and exceeded economists' forecast. But Euro buyers completely ignored these statistics. In the second half of the day, equally important US economic data will be released. Figures on April's ADP employment change as well as preliminary data on US Q1 GDP are expected. The core personal consumption expenditures index will complement all these reports. If the figures are strong, pressure on the pair will greatly increase at the end of the month, and I plan to take advantage of these. In this regard, we intend to act only from stronger support at 1.1320. A false breakout there will serve as a reason to buy EURUSD in anticipation of a continuation of the bullish market and return to the 1.1378 level, around which today's trading is centered. A breakout and retest of this range will confirm a proper entry point for long positions, with an upward move toward the 1.1435 area. The furthest target will be 1.1487, where I plan to take profit. If EURUSD declines and there is no buying activity around 1320, the pair will break out of the sideways channel, which could lead to a stronger downward move. In that case, bears will be able to reach 1.1267. Only after a false breakout there will I consider buying the euro. You could plan to open long positions immediately on the rebound from 1.1206, targeting an intraday upward correction of 30-35 points. If the euro rises on the back of weak US GDP statistics, which is quite likely, bears will need to assert themselves around 1.1435. Only a false breakout there will justify short positions against the trend, targeting a drop toward the 1.1378, where trading is currently taking place. The move averages are also located there and are supporting the bulls. A breakout and consolidation below these range will be a suitable selling signal for a move toward 1.1320. The furthest target will be the 1.1267 area, where you could plan to take profit. A test of these levels would break the bullish market structure. If EURUSD moves upward in the second half of the day and bears are inactive around 1.1435, buyers may succeed in pushing the pair up to 1.1487. You could sell there only after a failed consolidation. I plan to open short positions immediately on a rebound from 1.1530 would be appropriate, targeting a 30-35 point intraday correction.
Let's trade with the MACD indicator. It's time for GBPUSD. Jakub Novak presents.
You could plan to buy the pound upon reaching the entry point around 1.3380, aiming for a rise toward 34.35, thicker green line on the chart. Around 34.35, you could exit long positions and open short in the opposite direction, expecting a 30-35 point move downward. Pound strength today can only be expected after weak US data. Before buying, make sure that the MACD line is above the zero line and just beginning to rise from it. You could also plan to buy the pound today if there are two consecutive tests of the 1.3350 at a time when the MACD indicator is in an oversold territory. This will limit the pair's downward potential and trigger a market reversal upward. A rise toward the opposite levels of 1.3380 and 34.35 can be expected. You could plan to sell the pound today after breaking below 33.50. It's a red line on the chart, which would lead to a quick drop in the pair. The key target for sellers will be the 1.3298 level, where you could exit sales and immediately open long positions in the opposite direction, expecting a 20-25 point rebound from the level. Sellers will become active in response to strong data. Before selling, make sure that the MACD indicator is below the zero mark and just beginning to decline from it. You could also plan to sell the pound today if there are two consecutive price tests of the 1.3380. While the MACD indicator is in overbought territory. This will limit the pair's upward potential and lead to a reversal downward. A decline toward the opposite levels of 1.3350 and 32.98 can be expected.
That's all for today. Wish you best of luck.